So I just watched a video, class refresh for the Dire Lord. Well, I didn't really watch it because most of it is just two people talking, which it kind of reminded me of what they were doing with EverQuest Next with the roundtable discussions, and I just started to go crazy. And I don't want to effing hear you guys. I'll play a little piece of that.
There's not a lot of people playing Landmark right now. It's kind of one of those things. It doesn't really have a good review on Steam. People are like, yeah, this is abandonware. They're not doing anything. If you read the reviews, they're not very positive. People are just kind of like, yeah, they're not doing anything with it. And people have compared this to Star Citizen and how it's just like in a perpetual state of hiatus. Like, when is this going to come out? What the actual... I've been noted for defending the game and trying to stay positive, and I've been middle of the road, let's be honest. I haven't said, oh, you guys should not be so negative and it's going to be amazing. I haven't done that. I've said, let's be optimistic, cautiously optimistic, and see what happens. This could work out, maybe it won't. I've been very middle of the road. But at this point, I'm starting to go towards the guys that are holding pitchforks and torches in the comments section. They're saying, what is going on? We don't care about the workshop. Zero given. Okay? I don't care about the workshop. Nobody does. I see a workshop video that's like an hour long. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sit there and watch your hour-long video about, oh, look how we created these tools, and oh, look at what this guy built. I don't care. I assure you, Daybreak, and I know this is blunt and to the point and not very nice, but I don't give a about your tools or anything Landmark related. I haven't played Landmark in months. Don't care. I don't. I think the game looks beautiful. I think it'll be fun once it's actually, once they develop the MMO part of it. Kind of got sick of building games, sorry. I do think it's a good building game if you happen to be into it. But, anyways, I digress. The point is people are getting pissed. And I don't blame them, because it's kind of like that Karate Kid saying. And it's kind of like a weird analogy that I'm making here, but in the movie, Mr. Miyagi says something to the effect of karate yes or karate no. Karate so squished like grape. You can't, it's like either do it or don't, because if you kind of do it, doesn't work out. So you either need to show us what's going on with EverQuest Next immediately, because this game has been unveiled and talked about for like 3 years. I think it's like 3+ years now. I don't even know. It's been a while. And going even further back when they were saying they were working on another EverQuest, which was unnamed, going way back. So this has been something that's been going on for a while. So produce results or shut the f up, because nobody wants to see workshop shit. All you're doing is pissing people off.
But I was a lot more hostile back then. A lot younger, more hostile, and not very patient. I guess I don't know. I kind of struggle with patience, but it seems like it's been forever since I first covered this game. It was January 2014, actually, when I first talked about it. And to be fair, it was just really a proof of concept. They were trying to float the concept out there to an investor, or to get it on Kickstarter. That sort of thing. But man, all the excitement I had for this is just kind of gone. And I look at what they have and I'm like, that's it? That's what you guys have? All right. I mean, hey, this is great. Like the EverQuest community, coming from EverQuest 1, it looks great. To me, looking at it, it looks like a game that came out 10 years ago. Like the graphics were looking decent years ago, but when you take a long time to come out with your game and the graphics just kind of start to slide back. Well, the graphics aren't the main appeal, right? But, they do matter. People want their games to look nice. As long as they're not as wide as an ocean and deep as a puddle, right? And I think this game's going to be a lot more involved in something like, say, New World. There's going to definitely be a lot more systems here and things that keep you going, especially if you're a hardcore player. But looking at the progress they have here, I don't think they're anywhere near launching this game. Maybe it's just me. I've never really seen them just run through the world. I've been waiting for them to run from zone to zone for years. If somebody can tell me that they have that video, maybe you can direct me to it. I've never seen them cover any section of ground that isn't really small or inside of a dungeon. It looks like it's just a small space or an instance. Like, I'm interested in a sprawling, massive world where, you know, you can run from Hollis all the way down to Grob, right? Like, that's what EQOA really pulled me in for. Well, that was a big part of it, right? It was a community, right? But being in a world where I could go from the highest mountain peaks to the deepest dungeon, back out and down into the swamps down south, etc., without ever having to load or having to, you know, it was just magical. It was amazing. It blew my mind. And, you know, you're never really going to recapture that, right? That was 20 years ago. But I don't know, man. It just seems like more time goes on, the more people are getting negative in the comments, and I understand it. And I remember, it wasn't that long ago I complained about them censoring people. Like, I get it. Some people, they go too far. I've removed comments on my own videos, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. Sometimes people go way too far with their comments. It's like, whoa, hey, easy there, killer. Easy with the language, right? But when people pay money, and this is another thing, I don't charge for my content. There's not like an alpha that y'all had to buy into, and then I said, you know, shut up, you're not allowed to say that. Like, people have put money. I'm hearing 6 years ago people bought into the alpha. I don't know if that's accurate, but I'm pretty sure it is. That's a long time ago. Where is this alpha? Has it happened? Maybe somebody can tell me. I haven't been following this very closely for a number of years. So I don't want anybody to sit here and think that I'm like all caught up and well studied on Pantheon, what's been going on with it. And I think that's part of the problem, is that my interest is just gone. And I check the comments, and there's more than a few people that are like, I cared about this one time. Now that time it's over. Because it's taking too dang long. And you know, I don't think it's really fair to even say that. Not entirely anyway, but I think it's justified that people feel that way. It's one of those things where I don't think that anybody's really wrong in this situation. It takes a long time to make an MMORPG. But you gotta understand that you can't expect people to sit around and wait and just be like, I don't know, I guess it's a wake me when this thing comes out kind of thing. Am I alone in that sentiment? Am I the only person that feels that way? Because I don't even want to hear from them anymore until they've got something substantial. I don't want to see these videos where there's a couple of guys talking about this and that, and here's the systems here and there, and here's a little sneak peek of a little bit of something. I want to see you guys go out as a party and adventure across the world. I want to see you take a 2-hour trek across the zones.
3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
I want to see your world. I want to see a living, breathing, open MMORPG world. That's what I'd like to see. But I don't think that we're going to get to see that anytime soon. I might be mistaken. And I don't harbor any ill will towards these developers or their game. I wish them all the luck in the world. But nevertheless, this is the way I feel. So if somebody's coming here like to hammer on me and talk crap about these are my feelings, all right? This is my personal feelings. You're not wrong for the way you feel. I'm not wrong for the way I feel. But it is nevertheless the way that I feel. I feel like this game has taken way too long. I feel like we're going to see World War III before we get Pantheon in our hands. And then who's going to be playing it, right? You guys know me. I mean, I'm looking at world events. I talk about them all the time. I'm like, oh no, things are getting ugly. People don't like to hear me talk about that stuff in spiritual matters, but I do. And I look around at the world and I just think, man, if this doesn't hurry up, we're never going to get a chance to play it. Before, you know, the currency goes digital and the bombs start to fall or whatever, you know. The prospects of the future are looking rather grim from my Christian perspective. But I'd like to get my hands on this soon. That would be wonderful. I never bought into the alpha, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm pretty sure I said I was going to. God forgive me. This is why you shouldn't make promises. Never make promises. Because oftentimes you find that you're not able to fulfill them. It's just the way it is, you know. You don't mean it, but it happens. I'm definitely not buying into this right now. I don't even know if you can anymore. I haven't been to their website in a while. But yeah, I mean, I remember I kind of swore at the EverQuest Next dabs about the round table. I'm like, we don't want to see your effing round table anymore. what's going on with this game? You know, and it turned out it was vaporware. I don't think this is vaporware. What I'm looking at is something that's obviously taken time to develop. They're invested in it. It's just, it's taking a very long time. And people can say, well, you know, Elder Scrolls Online, that took like 9 years. All right, but that's Elder Scrolls Online. That's a major IP that is always going to have people excited. I don't know. I feel like if they don't get this out the door relatively soon, I don't know how many people are going to be left to even care about it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people are just saying that in the comments, and then when it does come out, finally people will be like, oh yeah, maybe it's best that we forget about the game for a while and not hear anything about it, and then all of a sudden, poof, oh wow, it's coming out in like 6 months, whoa, they got so much done. I think that would be better. You know, there's a reason why developers typically, they don't speak on their games until they're relatively close to coming out. Now, this game didn't have that benefit because it started off on Kickstarter. It needed the hype of the audience. But when you do that, you also tend to wear people out quickly. Well, at least over a 9-year period, and people start to get worn out. It's like, all right, let's go. What are you doing? You know, when you guys started this, I was in my 30s, man. You know, I'm now pushing 41. Not getting any younger. I'd love to play this game, and that's the thing is the target audience. We're looking at people 30 to like 60. They're not getting any younger. They're not spring chickens. Come on, man. You're killing me, Smalls. I want to play this game, right? I want to see what's going on with this game. But yeah, I wanted to put my thoughts out there. I want to know what you guys think about it. Down in the comment section below. If you like this video, I ask that you please leave that thumbs up. And if you're new here, I ask that you please subscribe. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.